one thing that the media hates more than anything is when President Trump speaks the truth and calls them out, says what they really are. They really don't like it when President Trump says this.
One thing I have been, even the enemy, because they are the enemy, what they've said, even that enemy too, and they're really the enemy. They're the enemy of the people, the press.
Everyone was like, the press members were, aghast. Oh my God. What is he talking about? We're just seeking real truth. We're just following the facts where they lead. Like they can't wrap their minds, their teeny tiny little pea brains around why anyone would have such bad things to say about them. I mean, you see it over and over again, whether it's President Trump, whether it's Caroline Leavitt, whoever it is, whether it's Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida, whoever it is that is calling them out for the liars and losers that they are, they can't comprehend it. And meanwhile, as they are sitting there not comprehending it, they are continuing to produce absolute shit, which is just the complete opposite of what we believe as Americans. Like they are anti-American, they are un-American, they are America last. And while they are all of these things, they are also so stupid that they don't understand basic tenets of the country in which they receive all of these opportunities and all of these pleasures and all of these privileges. It's pretty incredible. Now, I'm going to play for you. This is not fake news. This is not AI generated. This is an actual, real report that CNN is making, warning about, guys, it's very serious, the evils of Christianity. Watch.
Well, for the past several months, I've been working on a special project examining the growing influence of Christian nationalism in America. If you're not familiar, Christian nationalism is an ideology rooted in the belief that our country was founded as a Christian nation and that our laws and institutions should reflect Christian values.
Yes. Ma'am, are you okay? Like, where is your confusion? I don't understand what you're confused about. Do you know history? Have you ever cracked open a history book? The vast majority of founding fathers were some variety of Christian. They had the different sects, which of course is what freedom of religion was all about. That's what it was really angling towards was, you had Protestant Christian, you had Catholic, you had the Quakers. Now you had Washington, who was agnostic but still agreed with the values. Jefferson, Franklin were deists, but it's all in our founding documents. They made this very clear, ma'am. You're spending several months looking into this. It's like, it's really basic stuff, ma'am. The first sentence, literally the first sentence of the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence. This was like the beginning. The foundation of this country mentions God. Did you find that in all of your investigation, Pamela? When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. Nature's God, all caps, or the G is capitalized. On top of that, I don't know how much Pamela makes, but I'd imagine she makes a whole lot of money. I'd imagine she makes a shit ton more money than me to stand there and lie to the American people and try to gaslight them and try to explain to them why Christianity is evil. And people are trying to make it sound like it was some sort of foundation of this country. What? I need to investigate that. Ma'am, it's on our money. It's on the currency that you have way more of than most of us. In God we trust. It's right, like it's right there. Maybe you're just swiping the card. You haven't actually used cash in a while. So maybe you just forgot that. I hope that your months-long investigation sometime, somehow, some way led you to that little tidbit, that little nugget. Now, I could go on. Do I need to bring up the Pledge of Allegiance? You know, the thing that you guys are trying to get us to not say in schools because it says that dastardly word. Under God. Can't have that. And somehow, this woman, Pamela Brown, has spent several months just scratching her head trying to research a way to gaslight America into thinking that these basic founding principles never existed. Now, you might be thinking, boy, that's shitty. And it is. But I regret to inform you it gets worse. They are now trying to paint Charlie Kirk. Because, you know, you can't say God rest his soul. You can't just say, like, it's a tragedy. You have to make him the villain in the afterlife. And now they're like, well, his death is being used as a launching point for this evil Christianity movement.
With the assassination of Charlie Kirk last year, experts say it was a pivotal moment for the movement and an occasion where the tragedy of his loss unified Christian nationalists and the Trump administration as they honored him.
September 21st, 2025.
America is a nation in grief, a nation in shock, and a nation in mourning. Charles James Kirk was heinously murdered.
That young man, I forgive him.
Memorial service was one of the most potent examples of this shift in our culture that we're experiencing right now, where a large segment of American Christians are being activated by these ideas, radicalized by these ideas that say that they are the persecuted ones and that they need to stand up for Christians' rights.
By doing what, sir? By doing what? By the way, I mean, doesn't this scholar look exactly how you would predict? Doesn't he look exactly how you would imagine that he, Stephen, give me theory. Yeah, visiting Matthew Taylor, visiting scholar from Georgetown University Center on Faith and Justice. You look exactly how I could have predicted. And you're going to sit there and you're going to lecture me on what? Christianity? On believing in God? What, are you denying that Christians are constantly targeted in this country? Have you forgotten how the Biden administration actually went after Christians? Sir, are you living on this planet? Because yesterday, we just aired an episode in which I talked about another trans shooting. We've got all of these transgenders, and when they feel like they are being persecuted or oppressed, even though they're not, it's the mental delusion, they actually go out and kill people. What did we do? What did we do that day? I was in that stadium. What did we do that day? We gathered there, not just to celebrate Charlie's life, but to celebrate Jesus. That's not radical at all. He didn't show your work, sir. But he can't. He can't because he's just an absolute ghoul, just a lying ghoul. I mean, it is so reprehensible, the lies that they are spewing, the rhetoric that they're spewing with absolutely no evidence. What do you mean they feel like they've got to go out there and stand up for the rights of Christians? By what? Praising God? By gathering in a stadium and praising God? I don't understand. That's really radical. You guys better lock your doors at night. The Christians might come knocking. Now, again, I regret to inform you, it gets worse because there's an interesting point that they keep hammering in this piece of shit documentary. I find this one to be incredibly fascinating.
I think that Christian nationalism is going to reshape democracy.
In this one nation under God, is liberty for all?
We know the way that they treat women. We know how bad it is.
look at me. I'm sitting here on my own set with a show. It's a hard life. It's a hard life being a woman as a Christian in America. Like, what? How poorly Christians treat women? Like how poor women are treated so terribly in this country. Like that made the promo. They decided on the cutting room floor, this was a pivotal moment in that documentary, and that was what they were going to include. Now, I wonder, as we discuss religion and how dangerous and evil Christians are, everyone who believes in God is a Christian nationalist. Everyone who believes that our country was founded on Christianity and Christian principles and beliefs is actually evil. I just wonder, in all of this months-long investigation, if Pamela Brown has ever done the same type of investigation on, I don't know, like how poorly Muslims treat women. I just wonder, Pammy, have you looked into that before you decided to make the claims that you just claimed, before you decided to have mentally ill white women on your show that like are, I just get treated so poorly by these Christians. They tell me I should believe in God and I just don't want to. Like, I wonder, because let me tell you, you would have a field day creating a documentary about how, say, Muslims treat women. And I have exclusive content, Pammy, the first clips that you should include. And unlike you guys, it took my team just a few hours to compile these instead of the months long, the several months it took P-Brain Pamela Brown. This is incredible, really. I mean, listen, I've got a great team, but I gotta wonder what you guys are doing over there with your thumbs up your asses, whining about Christianity while not being able to find any solid, concrete examples of why Christianity actually is so terrible. Meanwhile, I'll just go ahead and do your work for you for your next documentary, which I'm sure you will be on very, very soon, on how Muslims view women. Let me play for you this cleric who talks about the verse in the Quran which actually encourages beating women. On the issue of women beating, wife beating, let me start by relating a story pointing to the Quranic verse. As for those women, admonish them, refuse to share their beds, and beat them. The Prophet Muhammad said, do not hit her in the face and do not make her ugly. If you want to beat her on the leg, on places where it doesn't leave a permanent mark on the back. According to our understanding of Islam, the beating is intended solely to convey a message to the wife. I'm angry with you. Period. End of story. That's them, not me. That's their argument, not mine. And he's like, well, yeah, but Muhammad, our false prophet Muhammad, said that it was cool. Muhammad encourages beating your wives. I mean, don't do it on her face. You don't want to. Everyone would see. You don't want to mess up her face. Do it where no one can see. Wow. But tell me more, Pamela Brown, on how Christianity is so evil to women. How about the fact that it's baked into the false religion, Islam? It's baked into the Muslim religion to be pedophiles. Muhammad was a pedophile. And it's actually like they tell you, encourage you, you should marry girls as soon as they hit puberty, actually.
When she reaches puberty, she's mature, she's ready to get married if she chooses. Their laws are based on nonsense. We got nothing to be ashamed of, wallahi. Wallahi, if the East and the West, the North and the South came to say anything confirmed by my beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I would say he is right in the entire globe with every single man is wrong.
Islam puts the age of the woman for marriage at puberty and above. And as a general rule, for all people in all time and all places, at puberty and above.
Child marriage is mubah. It's not haram. It's not wajib. It's mubah.
It's not haram. It's not haram. It's great. We love child marriage. Child marriage is amazing. That is the Muslim religion. Nothing from CNN on that. No word from CNN on any of that. You're going to give me some mentally ill white woman blubbering about how terribly Christians have treated her. What, ma'am, what did they do? Show me on the doll where they hurt you. What, like, did they invited you to, I don't know, attend a worship service? Oh, no. Meanwhile, Muslim women in Muslim majority countries are like getting stoned to death if they are unfaithful. They're getting their genitals mutilated. They're having, honor killings. If they bring dishonor to the family, all bets are off. You're probably never going to see that woman again because her father or her brother or her uncle is going to kill her, and they actually value that. Like, that is something that they think is part of their, you can't bring dishonor to the family, otherwise Allah might be mad. WWMD, what would Muhammad do? Now that is evil. That is a scary religion. And be that as it may, I don't see that coverage from CNN. Actually, their coverage of Muslims, highly favorable. Let me give you one. 9 tropes about Muslims that are a product of Islamophobia. They're just the tropes. You don't be Islamophobic. It is an irrational fear to be scared of Islam. Islam is so welcoming. It's so embracing. It believes in rights and freedoms and liberty and no oppression whatsoever. I mean, guys, get real. Let me give you this cinematic masterpiece that is called Muslim in America. I could use a hug. Watch.
To be Muslim in America today
has been very difficult. It's challenging.
It's some challenges.
I could use a hug.
You're going to have to show me that you're not wearing a suicide vest before I give you a hug. I don't trust it. I don't like it. And let me tell you something. If you are upset with being a Muslim in America today, I got an option for you. You can leave. You can leave. You can go to a Muslim majority country, see how things are going over there. You could do that right now. By the way, you could also tell your buddies, maybe you guys should stop blowing up Americans. Maybe you guys should stop waging war on anyone who doesn't believe in Allah. That might help. That might help with our favorability in this country. And yet, if you ask them to do that, if you ask them, hey, you should speak out against, it's like they try to say, oh, it's just there's peaceful Muslims too. And it's just the radicalized ones who act like that. I don't know. I don't hear any of these so-called peaceful Muslims calling out the radicalized ones. Don't you find that peculiar? I'd like to, let me play you another CNN clip. This is Van Jones. They thought they were like, oh, it's going to be so fun. Or his name is Van, and we're going to put him in a van. And he's going to have conversations with people. So this is Van Jones in a van with Muslims, which I don't believe is a good idea. But here it is.
Trump's Supreme Court travel ban win was especially painful for a lot of Muslims in America. Now, look, the final version may have been watered down, but I'm old enough to remember back when Donald Trump was calling for a complete and total shutdown of all Muslims entering the U.S. And hate crimes against Muslims in the United States have actually spiked a great deal since his election. According to the FBI, those attacks rose by 19% in 2016. So I got back in my van. I traveled to Paterson, New Jersey. I wanted to hear directly from the people who live there. How are they dealing with all this stuff? And I want you to hear directly from them. Take a look.
What does it mean to be a Muslim in Trump's America?
I was walking down the street and a guy just saw me and he was like, oh, I can't believe you're covered like this. And he's like, oh, that's why Trump should ship you guys all back out. Yeah. Ship me back where?
So he just mentioned hate crimes. And then he just said, yeah, some man said Trump should send you back. Oh, okay, that's not a crime. Oh, no, that's so terrible. I just said, oh, gosh, that really gets me in comparison to the 3,000 plus American lives that were lost in the most deadly attack on American soil. Let me weight these and see which one I actually give a shit about and which one I don't. Like, that's where I'm at. I guess it's just good that was a van and he didn't take them on a plane, you know? I just don't understand. Probably the smartest thing he's ever done.